Hello, everybody. How is everyone doing? We have some wonderful peeps on the Keebcast today. We got Mr. Chase.gg.
Hello.
Reagan, I put aka Spooster, but it kind of reads as Spacester. So, my bad. And we got Mr. Langelandia today. How are you doing?
Hello.
I'm great, man. I'm great. Hi, everyone.
Hello, guys. How are you guys doing in chat? Rusty, what's going on? Weaves, what's going on? Wave Depth, Trey, Duel, thank you so much for the 200 bits. Good day to you too, guys. Yes, we have Langelandia on today. So we were actually just before we started stream, we were talking about meetups, and then I was like, "What meetups, dude? I don't know what we're fucking talking about, to be honest."
To be fair, I did say future meetups at some point in the future.
Dude, I don't know, man. I'm not in like the most super positive mindset right now, but like that's sounding so far away from me. I don't know when we're supposed to get our vaccines here in Canada. Get your tech decks ready. Hell
okay, yeah, get your tech decks ready because they're in the background. I'm not gonna get them today. I don't have any sweet tricks to show you because I don't have my top down. Because obviously I'm like pro tech decker now.
Yeah.
Get a mix also with the trigger warning for anyone that doesn't like loud noises. Okay.
Thank you, dude. Ooh, that was too loud.
Ooh, I just wanted to make sure.
That was very satisfying.
That was very kind of you to warn everybody. Kimchi, what's going on? Thank you so much for the tier 1. Where are the sus edited GMK Pro sound? Dude, those are on Twitter right now. Those are sitting there on Twitter.
In the Twitter sphere.
In the Twitter sphere. So, we have quite the fun stream, hopefully, ahead of us. Like usual, guys, we don't really have any question. We have one question planned as per the usual. But the rest of it's going to be just some chit-chatting, some hanging out. And that old thing there, you know. Hello, my tigers. Hello.
It's winged.
So how are you doing today?
I can't complain, man. You know, it's been a productive day.
Yeah.
Albeit a weekend day. A lot of dishes. I spent a lot of years in restaurants. So I do a lot of, like, weekly meal prep. So went to the store while everybody else was at church. It's the best time to go because it's like fully stocked, but nobody's there.
Yeah.
So I guess some benefits of being an atheist. And so then I spend a lot of my day like prepping for the week so that I don't have to like do intense cooking for lunch or dinners, but can still be relatively healthy. So good day here. What about you guys?
It was a Sunday. I mean, the weather was really nice today though. Streamed this morning. So, there it is. What about you guys? Reagan, Chase?
I had a really late night at the shop last night. I left around like 3:30 or 4. So naturally, I slept in a little bit and then realized it didn't make sense to go back to the shop because I'd have to do Keebcast in like 5 hours, 6 hours. So,
yeah.
You know, I've been getting some at-home work done. Yeah. Been a chill day.
Dude, that's where it's at. And you guys in chat, how was your guys' day? Chase, how was yours?
Good. I also had a late night last night, not because I was doing anything productive, but because I was had a friend over and was having a couple of beers. Also slept in a little too late this morning due to those couple of beers. And yeah, it's been a fun day of recouping and I don't know, like doing like weird things like, you know, getting the sprinkler system running again since it's the time of year where it's no longer being cold and all that fun stuff. Yeah.
That seems like too much of a day for me.
So I want to address something quickly. Mech or Archetype Keycaps. He says I still have Christmas decorations up. I put them up for Christmas, but they're stringy lights and they're going to stay there because I'm a pro strimmer. Okay, Kimchi Jody Boy knows this. He's in the chat.
I feel like they can be considered.
Take that judgy hat off. Take the judgy hat off.
I feel like those can be considered. What are those called? The fairy lights? Like they're the aesthetic fairy lights. There you go.
Yeah. I changed everything to pink because I'm all about pink right now. So it's pink lighting. I got ink on my shirt.
Is that the tiny?
Get your judgy pants out of here.
Is that the?
This is the tiny hoodie.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the tiny one.
I was actually bought it today, but it's really hot in the house today.
I'm in the what I call my dungeon because I'm in the basement, and so I'm always like bundled up. Oh, pink, that a girl, yeah, get it. But I actually bought this so that I could test the quality because I was hoping to maybe do a collab with the Keeb Nerd stuff. So, yeah, hopefully. I'm happy with it. So we'll see.
Yeah, I like it too. It's really cool. And speaking of really cool, what have you been working on for keyboard stuff recently? Good segue.
Yeah, it's solid segue. Let's put him on TV, everyone. So recently I did a build. So for those of you that don't know me that are in the stream, I do nothing but chaos. That's basically my life. So I built this pretty pink keyboard the other day. It's from Arctan KV, and it's pink all day, every day. But I built it with a PCB that doesn't work in my computer because I just needed to build a keyboard so badly, and I didn't want to wait anymore.
So it's really pretty.
I love it. I'm very pleased with it.
That's from oh my god. That's from that's
Kool-Aid.
Design 03, right?
Yeah, Design 03. Yeah, you built one like 2 or 3 weeks ago, right?
Yes.
So it's lovely. It's a lovely keyboard. And then in terms of like doing things, I have leaks if you want. I sent you a link. There's a set that I'm waiting on renders for that will go into interest check here towards the end of the month. And I'm excited about that one. That's many months coming. I ordered items from Barcelona and Cairo to make this one happen because I needed physical units to make it work. So there was that.
Ooh.
And then I don't know if you guys know Keebnoob, but she's one of my favorite streamers to watch because she's like nothing but joy. And so she and I both bought stationary bikes to hopefully get more svelte since we're stuck inside. And so Tuesdays now we started Keebzercise.
Is that typing plus exercise?
No, so the idea is that we would as breathlessly as we could talk about group buys and interest checks that interested us just to do it. But our thought process was we're gonna be exercising anyway, right? So why not do it on our streaming platforms, and then hopefully that could encourage people who need a reason to exercise around us. We'll be the silly ones on screen, and then you can feel less dumb at home doing it while watching us or whatever.
So it's like group buy reviews on a bike.
Yeah, basically. And because everything in my life is weird, I decided that instead of RPMs, during this warm up, we want to be at 70 RPMs. I'm talking words per minute. You know what? We're going 60 to 70 words per minute right now. In terms of tension on your bike, we want like those cherry reds, so lighter linear spring. We don't want any tactile bump, just nice and smooth. So like
how many chat points do I need to switch this out for a rower?
I don't own a rower.
Let's get a rower.
You
going.
can. Davis at 3D Keebs rode with us while we were on our bikes. So
that's cool.
Join and just do the thing. And then this Friday is actually crazy because Friday is my birthday. So in honor of that, we're doing like a massive stream together. So I'm going to stream with Chewy and with DDD Klein and Keebnoob and some other people. And we're all going to build our squids together. But because it's my birthday, I'm also going to be hammered drunk. And I don't know what color my keyboard is. So like it's under my desk in a box, and Chewy sent it to me custom Cerakoted, and I have no idea what color it is. So I get to figure that out.
You haven't gotten like a little interested?
No, I would murder small animals to be able to know what color it is, but I said I wouldn't, and I haven't looked. So I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I'm very excited about it. So
that's gonna be fun. I have to
That's what's been going on.
I actually just ordered my PCB for my squid. I thought I ordered one, and then I've been waiting like an idiot here at my house. I'm like, oh yeah, when's that PCB coming in? Like a week goes by.
You just don't have.
Where's that PCB?
I have I have 4 builds for mine, 2 Alps and 2 MX, because I guess I just wanted to do all the things. So I'm not a smart man.
ENPY says that hydrate goes to all of us. All right, I hydrated.
Ooh,
I saw Reagan
take
a little sippy.
Let's get a little more baller on this.
There you go. That hydrate. Oh, and then Lang's crackhead energy. I love it, dude.
Oh yeah,
dude. I feel that because like I feel like that it complements my energy right now, which is like bare min. I'm just here. I'm breathing. That's as much as I'm doing. But that's cool though. I can't wait. I want to build my squid really badly. It's just a cool looking board. Like I love everything about it.
Yeah.
So
well,
I can't wait to do
Alex, as a person who may or may not be legitimately bipolar. Like, I get those low periods too, man. Like,
Yeah.
allow us to compliment one another.
There we go.
It's okay.
There we go,
It's
guys.
fine.
We're doing work here. What's happening? Where's the keyboard? The keyboards? Well, I mean, like, there's the ghost keyboards behind our guest's head. Reagan, what are you rocking today? Let me take a wild guess. Is it the Stellar?
I feel like you're calling me out here.
No, not at all.
Is it a bad thing
Because
that
it
you love a
just
keyboard?
so happens I am. Yeah, I am. Definitely.
No, I'm going to be building one soon too on stream, guys. I'm going to be building one soon too.
Wait, what?
Sorry?
What are you building on stream?
A Stellar? I desoldered the other PCB.
Oh, I was just gonna send you. Okay, yeah.
No, because
Okay.
remember we had this discussion. Chase wanted me to. Where is he? Chase wanted me to get tangerines and creams, like the creams mixed together. And the only tangerines I have currently are on a Stellar. So I'm gonna put creamsicles.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair. Creamsicles.
Yeah, so we're gonna do that. And Kimchi, thank you, I appreciate it. I gotta say, I love the new space packaging. It is very nice, huh, Artisan Labs? It is very, very nice.
Thank you, Artisan Labs.
Ooh, also,
I like
you
it.
talk. Sorry.
No, that's it. I just thank you for appreciating the packaging.
There we go.
Artisan Labs also, I think, is running some desk mats now in some lovely colorways inspired by some sets, so maybe check them out.
There's
So,
a lot of
run that out
cool
there.
things running at the moment too. I think there's even actually Design 03 is running.
Oh,
right
yeah.
now, too.
Isn't
The
that
group I
open
just
right now?
opened. Yeah, the group I opened for that. Mr. Archetype Keycaps is also running those really. Wait, that ended.
Oh my god.
I don't want
Archetype? What crazy shit does that man do? Sorry, can I swear?
Yeah.
Go for it.
Yeah, you can.
Absolutely not.
I actually think that
Sorry.
I misspoke.
I don't know
and
if we're
think that
marked for
ended-
adults.
No. I mean, you can still swear. I think actually that ended. So my bad, guys. But speaking of which, was there anything in keyboards that is there a specific keyboard that you're looking forward to, other than the squid this week?
Oh god. Soon my time arrives. The time reforged
time
will
80?
arrive. Yeah. So when I first started, there were two things that like made me go, whoa. And the first one, because I'm a space nerd, I was all about Godspeed, specifically SA.
Sure.
And so like when that ran again, I bought all the things. I think I had like 11 kits. Like I think I bought every single kit. It was a tough situation. But I also was really obsessed with the look of the back piece of the time. And I was like, who would buy a keyboard just to never use it or never see the thing? So
Me.
I bought the time, and my wife said, "Did you just spend $600 on a keyboard?" And I said, "Yup, again." And she was like, "Why?" And then I showed her, and she was like, "Okay, I'm not mad." And so I'm just gonna literally mount it on the wall after I build it, and just look at it all the
Are
time.
you gonna
So
shadow box it?
So the interesting thing is because they've got that plastic glass over the clock, I don't know if I should shadow box it or not. I actually have had like shower thoughts about, does it need a shadow box because there's already a shadow box in the clock, or is that
I feel like
is it double dipping? Or
I feel like a shadow box might actually be helpful just to keep it not so dusty.
well, but like I also know me, so like I'm gonna want to grab it, use it for like 12 seconds, and then put it back.
Okay.
You know, like I'm
Yeah,
that guy. So it's
See, that's where I love this hobby, and to go on like a bit of a tangent too. I love that so many people can love the time. Like me personally, didn't care for the keyboard. But I love that people love it, and like I know I just spoke to Manoli who also got his in, and he was so pumped up to get his. Speaking to you, you got yours in, but I know so many people really like that keyboard, and I think that's the beauty of it. And that to take this as like a lesson, it's like we don't have to like the same things. We can appreciate that someone else appreciates something. I think there's a very big thing in that. Patina the clock. Is it not clear coded?
Well, no, we don't. In Jefftown, we don't care if it's already coated. We will patina. Okay?
I love patina. I got this is one of my.
We
favorite
saw, bro.
patinas. Look.
Show it here. Show it.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yes, I will patina all the things
Mine's
if
patina
allowed
too.
to do so.
That is
Okay.
so gorgeous. So how did you do that?
So this was actually relatively simple. So okay. So this was a process. You don't have to do the optional steps before the patina process. but I did a few extra things. The first thing I did was I stripped it of take a like metal brush to remove the clear coat, but not like deeply scratch the item. So like copper, I used a brass brush because they're similar densities.
Yeah.
And so I scratched that a whole bunch. You can get a drill add-on if you're lazy, which shockingly I'm lazy, but I didn't do. And then I just let it naturally patina for a while. But then I cooked a steak on it because
I saw that, yeah.
Because reasons. And I almost burned my house down, which was awesome and good content. But then I decided that for science, I wanted to see if you could return it from the grave with some copper refurbishing techniques. So a lemon and some salt, or like an acid and some kind of abrasion is basically the principle. I removed that steak mark extremely easily. Like, you can really bring stuff back from the
Here's
brink.
the question, though. Quick interjection is, did you want to remove the steak mark?
No. I didn't necessarily care about the steak mark because I was going to go for a consistent blue across the whole thing regardless of what I did. But I did want to see, like, I wanted to get some practical application out of the fact that I had the ability to own a $900 keyboard and also potentially destroy it. Like, no, there are very few people that can or would do that. So I was like, okay, if you have something super expensive and something bad has happened to it, can I potentially save it from the shit that I've done to it? And the answer is, yeah, shockingly, you pretty much can.
Yeah.
But then after that, so I cleaned all that off. And then all I did was I took some Miracle Grow. You can either get like the regular like pellets, or you can actually buy liquid Miracle Grow.
Like,
and
like grass seeds.
Yeah. So the point behind it is you want nitrogen.
Oh,
so,
okay.
Yeah. So I wanted something that was high in nitrogen to put onto the copper, because how you can quickly force patina it is you can put it into an ammonia bath. So basically you need a chamber and you pour ammonia in it and then seal it, because ammonia is dangerous as hell. Don't do it in your streaming room, please. Don't do it in a closed space.
Yeah.
Don't be dumb like Jeff, okay? But that ammonia will react with the copper chemically, naturally. So if you don't put anything on it, it'll turn kind of black and then eventually green. But the nitrogen makes it blue, 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 blue. So, and also if you do like a vinegar and salt water, you'll get a bluish, not as blue.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, you can do a lot of colors. And yesterday I learned that there is a way for me to patina red. So I'm going to try that with my plate on my Design 3 next time I have to rebuild it. So
okay, we might have to have a discussion off stream about red, because I have some big old brass weights that would look super dope from that.
Ooh, it works better on brass than it does copper. The red does according to a lot of sites. Yeah.
Ooh.
So yeah, it's salt, baking powder, and heat.
Oh.
That's it.
Easy.
And Jay wants to know, after the patina, is it safe to touch? I'm assuming
so since it's a chemical reaction, you can touch it, rinse it lightly with some like a cool trickle of water, and then you have your choice of sealants. So a lot of people say like to spray it with like a clear coat, or like probably the best, most incredible option would be a clear Cerakote. I use paste wax. So I put it on, I let it cure, and then I buff it off, and that has proven to be exceptional for me. I haven't had any problem chemically or chipping or anything, because it actually is, and it is, even though it looks like wild, it's actually smooth. So like the light reflects evenly on it, because it's
I was
actually
gonna say it does look like a
stone.
flat piece, like it was intentionally done that way from the start. Interesting.
And brass is great to do this way too, because like the chemical, like when you do smooth it out, because it does take like a very soft kind of like rough removal, some of the brass gold remains, so you get like these weird like specks of gold in with the blue, and it's very pretty. It's very cool. It's very cool.
Yeah, I think someone said, I think was it Kimchi earlier? Oh, no, who said it? Average Joe said it. Everyone here is gonna start patinaing their weight. Next week we're just gonna have like
Honestly,
1,000.
I swear, like it's one of the cool, because my problem is like I have a serious control problem. Like I want to control all the things in my world, because maybe that's just a toxic male trait that I have, and I'll lose sleep over that as I continue to think about it. But if I put a thumbprint on my weight And then 6 weeks later, I flip my keyboard over. I see a thumbprint there because it's patinaed unevenly now. So like with that, I control the chaos associated with it. Yeah, it's ridiculous for me to ruin something that costs that much money. But at the same time, now I did it on purpose as opposed to just, oh, well, I guess that's the world and that's how it works. You know what I mean? So
you know what's funny though? I wouldn't even associate the word ruined. Like you bought it, right?
Well, yeah, but I mean like ruined. Like it's mine. I own it. I do what I want with it. But like there's like and there was a discussion in several Discords about like the privilege that I have to cook a steak on a $900 board. Like people were outraged about that. Which I think is hilarious because not only are they right, but they're also ridiculous for giving a shit because it's a thing I own. Like, fuck off. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah, you're right, but at the same time, like, sit and spin, buddy. So yeah, there's a level of like ruin, but it's also, I don't know. I think it's fun. It's like art. Like,
I wouldn't say ruin at all. I mean, it's
are you gonna
tell clear coated it or powder coated it?
Are you gonna tell Banksy if a Banksy shows up on a wall? Did they ruined that wall? Like, fuck off. Like, no, I'm not saying I'm Banksy, but like, you're not gonna say, oh, you graffitied it, it's spray painted, it's ruined. Like, no, like, ostensibly, sure, the original thing is ruined, sure, but now it's transformed into a new thing. Like, I don't see much difference between the two. Obviously, Banksy pieces sell for millions of dollars, and this is gonna sit in my home forever. That's a big difference. But other than that, like, what's the difference?
Oh, Cyrus said Lang said he's Banksy. Cancel him.
Oh my God, Eric, no.
Clip it.
Clip it.
The people who say you ruined it are the same people who think I ruined my car when I add mods. I mean, like, I think there is there's something about having your own thing. I mean, by any sort of, I guess, by that means too, unless you keep something like in a package, in a plastic bag, for example. You know, for me, I like using the things that I get. Like, I have a cool Pokemon hoodie that people are like, oh, you ruined it by wearing that every single day because it's a nice, expensive. But it's like, I don't know. I just kind of want to use the things I own. There's a few things where it's like you buy them, I guess, for the collectible, but I'm not that type of person. Like, I don't really buy to not use the items. I'll collect things, sure, but I'll use them all. Like, all my Pokemon cards have been used. I think there's one, maybe one.
Right up.
Sorry?
Been used right up.
Yeah.
All the Pokemon.
Oh yeah, all of them are destroyed.
So can't even. So I want to answer a couple of things specifically in chat because I think they're interesting. One, I do like the board more now, specifically, very much so.
Yeah, there you go.
And to the person who said at least I didn't smash it, I absolutely used that same keyboard to test a budget keyboard's stability. I did smash another keyboard with that keyboard, and in accident. We did find out that a very exceptionally practical case for $15 is the plastic PCB mount 60% KBD fans case. It's $15, and I hit it with an 11.5 pound board as hard as I could 3 times, and the PCB still worked. So you know what? Not only is the DZ60 a solid PCB in terms of being able to get the crap kicked out of it, that case will protect said PCB.
That does not, remember chat, that does not take away the DZ60 being Swiss cheese. Remember that.
Listen, it's still Swiss cheese, okay? But she can take a beating. I soldered that board at 900 degrees and all but one key worked. Like, that's incredible.
Wait, what
it's
degrees?
Crazy. At 900.
Do you use a blowtorch?
900 degrees.
I'm talking Celsius or Fahrenheit here?
No, Fahrenheit. Okay. Fahrenheit. I did a build at all the things you should never do. And so I soldered way too hot, and like I built a terrible layout, and I bought the shittiest of shitty products ever. And I found out the DZ60 and that $15 case actually exceptional value. Everything else was a terrible idea, but those two things. Also, when you bag lube switches, don't put the literal whole switch in the bag and shake it around. That's not how you switch. You lube switches. I learned that from that stream too. Don't do that.
Oh, you put the actual whole switch in there.
Well, so my argument for that was obviously the manufacturer put it together for a reason. We shouldn't take it apart. Like, it's meant to be a whole switch, so we need to lubricate what we're allowed to lubricate. So I put the whole switch in a bag. Because, I mean...
You cannot argue with that.
I mean, logic tracks there, guys.
Yeah. Yeah.
I guess
would
there's
assume
that imagine you didn't have a switch opener type thing.
Yeah, and I bet pulling your keycaps on or putting them on and pulling them off was much easier after you lubed the entire Switch too.
You know, I don't recall much of that part of the build. I had a lot of drinks at that point, and I was being quite the jerk that day, so I shouted a lot.
You know what? I have to
remember.
admit that's probably still not as bad than a TikTok trend I saw I'm gonna say a long while ago, but it was probably like 2 months ago. There was a TikTok trend where there was a few people. This is not them being. This is not. Let me pause the music. This is important. This is not them being like, oh, we're just trolling. This was someone who literally didn't have access to the right lube, who said Vaseline is the answer, and then decided to lube every switch, membrane switches, with Vaseline.
So it's Oprah.
So, and then that also got a lot of views. So then other people were doing it to their mechanical keyboards from like Amazon, their $40 ones, and being like, hey, bro, nothing works.
No. Bad. No.
You gotta lube with acetone. That's actually the hidden gem in the community.
Oh yeah, no, that works so well.
Didn't Clavier prove that pizza sauce is the best? Pizza oil?
Oh,
No, I think Merlin proved to us that oyster sauce is the best
God.
lubricant for switches.
That's
In his
worse than
April
pizza.
Fool's post from 2 years
I
ago.
saw Quinn. I saw Clavier bust out a slice of pizza, and then take a switch stem and then stab it into it, and then put it into a bag. And then he streamed 6 months later, and he pulled out this switch, and everyone was like, "What does it smell like? What does it taste like?" And he straight up just put it in his mouth and started swishing it around, and then put it into a board.
It's a very Clavier thing to do.
I don't have anything to say to that.
Quinn's out here like he's probably watching this, typing to you right now. He's like, how
Quinn-
dare you expose me?
No, Quinn and I have the same level of chaos, it seems.
He's
to a
very
certain
chaotic,
extent.
yes. And the best ever NJ Keyboards, thank you so much for your tier ones. I really appreciate you guys. That's avant-garde. I mean, I guess that would be avant-garde. I think the coolest thing though for me, like the coolest thing that I did so far that I can say like, yeah, I did something that was kind of like DIY other than the do-it-yourself keyboard, was I got some brass polish, and I didn't follow all the instructions correctly because I wanted to still maintain some level of like texture. So I just barely touched it and like dabbed it, like sponged it on kinda on the back of my 512, and I got this really beautiful like swirl pattern and like sponge pattern of where it kind of the shine kind of peeks through. So it's very pretty. I really like that too. I like texture on the weights. Just a plain boring mirror weight. It's okay for me, anyways.
I think, and this maybe is like going to segue us into a potentially toxic or divisive conversation, but like the reason that I like custom keyboards is because they're extremely customizable.
Yeah.
Like, I own this thing so I can either, as you deem it, fuck with this, or do the standard thing, or try something new, or, you know, whatever. Okay? The area of the hobby that, like, gets me fucking crazy is when, and I get it, like, if you're a designer or, like, you understand graphics or colors, and you make a decision and you're like, nope, this is the full-on intent, I can respect that, okay? But, like, this new trend of, like, removing mod pipe or mod tilde because it's my camera just turned off. Here, I'll wake it back up. Sorry, it's Canon stuff, I tell you what. This trend of like removing mod pipe or tilde because it doesn't affect layout, it's a preference. It's like, bitch, layout is a preference, number one, and number two, like, the reason that I like this hobby is because it's customizable. So intentionally removing things to make it as customizable is frustrating to me. So
wait, what's the trend? Sorry,
I'll reference Muted 2 and GMK Fuji as two examples, but there are others where like they've intentionally and I think that who did Striker? Is that Zambuman? Zambuman? I it's either him or Tombre or both, but they intentionally don't want mod colored pipe and tilde because they want asymmetry, or they don't want, like, you know, anyways, whatever reason that they have justified, is there's this decision to not include them because they don't want to include them, even though you can see very clearly in the interest chat or the responses in threads, people want that. Like, they would, I literally am not buying them because I want that.
Mhm.
So I'm sure other people are that way. But like, it speaks to a larger thing, in my opinion. Again, could be wrong. I'm just some fucking guy, so whatever. It speaks to this idea that like I made a decision for you in this hobby that is custom and should be very customizable. So fuck you. Like I don't. It reeks of arrogance and bullshit to me, and I'm not a fan of it.
Yeah, I think I'm kind of on
Oh.
the opposite side of the spectrum when it comes to that. Like, I've always been very.
You're also a
artist-
professional designer, though. I'm just some fucking guy. So like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm very like artists can do like, and this is why I tell people if you don't like something, there's, just don't buy it. I'm very much artists can do whatever they please.
Yeah.
Like I've always my issue with ICs is I think we sometimes turn ICs into like how can the community transform this person's art into what the community wants, when a lot of the times it's like what I thought always ICs were, not just in keyboards but in other hobbies that I've been in, is are you interested in buying this, yes or no? I understand there's probably feedback that happens, but a lot of the times, like, this is why I didn't even do one for Aether, which I just wanted to release the set. And if people didn't like it, hey, and I know people didn't like it because I got some really rude comments on it. But hey, if you liked it, you liked it. But I've always been like a firm believer, for me at least, where it's this: if this is what the X artist wanted for X product, then so be it. There's a lot of things I change in a few things that I own, or there's a few things that I don't own because of certain things. But for me, it's never really like, it's never on the artist per se. It's more just like, I'll just wait till something else comes up. And I think that's kind of my mindset with this.
First of all, you son of a bitch, how dare you release a key set that's good? Fuck you, okay?
Thanks.
Second of all, I don't disagree. I think for me, the like context is hugely important for me, right? So like the reason that I was pissed about Muted 2 is like, the original set had all those keys, and then it comes back at the behest of the original designer, and it doesn't have certain keys, and you're like, the fuck is that about? So like, it's not the original artist's intention in that situation, which, fine. But also, like, the fundamental idea of interest check that has been established, and I can't speak for other hobbies because I'm just in this one, is it's been like, some people say, do you want to buy this, yes or no? And then some people say, I want to know what you would like to be different so that this does better.
Yeah.
And I think that initial intent is important, right? So, but like, I don't know. I'm always a bit off put with like, oh, I will change this, but I won't do that because that's a hill I'll die on. It's like, why are you open to feedback for one thing but not the other? Like, and yeah,
I can
it's
understand that
subjective,
too, for
it's
sure.
subjective,
Yeah.
but
I can understand that. I think for me, it's just always been like there's some things like as a designer too, not so much in the keyword world, but the things that I do, like especially website stuff. Like I remember I had this huge battle about font size. Like, what size do you want the typography
oh god
to be on, like the typeface to be on the website, right? And there's certain things where it's like, I have to obviously give in because it's just my job, but like there's things where it's like, yeah, this is what I want. Like if I have to put my name on this, like this is what I want, regardless of what anyone else in the room thinks, yeah. And I think there is that level of like, what's the right word, not pride per se in a negative way, but there's a level of, here's what I did and I like what I did.
Yeah, there's ego in certain things that you do, and not in a pejorative way. Like, it's just, you should be proud of the things that you do that you think are good.
Yes.
And that's okay.
Yeah, and that's
also,
kind of my point on that. Where's my water?
Just to quickly, before we transition from this or continue on with the discussion, I was hoping for like a solid 3, maybe 4 minute monologue about the topic from Chase. Obviously people in the comments are like curious about why he's so quiet, and I just,
Chase
the floor is yours.
He's a listener.
Floor is yours for 3 to 4 minutes, solid, uninterrupted, if you want.
I will just say, I like to come in when I have something to add. I don't have much to say on this topic. I really don't. So I will keep quiet if I don't have anything good to add to the conversation.
It's funny seeing everyone else going like, oh yeah, Alex as a UI designer, as an ex webmaster, dude, it's tough. Gotta say that. It's super.
I agree with
tough.
both of you guys, but yeah, some designers make decisions, and yeah, like just don't.
It's
buy
also like
it.
how you handle it too, right? Like It's the same thing of like if I have an extremely complicated order and I go up to a Starbucks barista and I say, "Hi, how are you doing today?" and I like take a genuine interest in them and I ask them for 11 ridiculous things, they're more likely to be like, "Yep, we got it." If I walk up and I'm like, "Excuse me, I'm on the phone. God, give me this." Like they're probably going to tell me to go sit and spin. Like it's all about how you approach it too. Like if in the interest check thread it's like, "Here's this thing. I'm not interested in your feedback. Would you buy it or not?" Okay, fine. Like I'm not going to be pissed about somebody that's not willing to feedback for that. But if they come in and they're like, "I want to know what should change," and then they're like, "Nah, I'm not going to change anything." Like, really, bro?
Well,
Really?
I mean, like I've seen
Really?
that personally on certain things in the hobby too, where it's like they put up something where it's not just an interest check; it's looking for feedback. Feedback's given, and then the product releases, and there's been 0 changes. I think at the end of the day, it's more just like a, "Oh wow," for me, and then move on. Never going to buy the product.
Well, yeah, I'm not going to lose sleep over it. I'm not
yeah.
going to buy it, but it also like it's.
Like,
I would
think-
like to call out ridiculousness when I can call out ridiculousness.
Yeah, and
I
I think
had too
for
much
me,
wine
like
already.
the one set that did that was I can't remember what it was exactly. It's like the dog themed one, where they did.
Greg?
No, it wasn't Greg.
Team K Greg? No?
No.
Greg?
It was one from. It was an Infinity Key based set, but it was sold on not TKC. I just don't remember what it was called now. Anyways, it didn't have a numpad at all, like period, which I thought was weird because it completely excluded the numpad, but it had like add-on kits, which I thought was weird because like I'd still say a chunk of people who use full-size keyboards. It's probably not extremely large.
I have a
but-
numpad right here.
yeah.
Like, granted, it's my Stream Deck, but
Yeah.
like, I would want those keys for
Yeah,
compatibility
even just as like a
in
separate
certain
add-on.
situations.
But I mean,
Yeah.
if that's what they decided, yeah, was it PBT Doggy? Was that it? I don't remember what it was called.
Jody knows what's up. Like,
I don't remember what the set was called. Yeah, it was something. It was something like that. I thought it was strange.
from
but-
Keebs for all. Okay. Also, I'd be remiss if I didn't actually say hi to Davis. I waved, but
There you go.
yeah, PBT doggy.
Yeah, it was like strange. I didn't see a numpad in that, and I was like, huh, this is weird. But yeah, I guess it is what it is. I think the other thing too is, I think there is a level of like when people put ICs up, and I just saw some comments earlier about how some people who put ICs up get like extreme hate, and this is a pretty important topic for me because like, you know, as someone, it's really quick and easy to judge someone and be like, oh, this is really shit. You need to change everything, or like, you know, this is shit. Insert joke here. But I think it takes like a bigger person to like not say anything, and if you have nothing better to say, and also realize that, you know, I'm not saying everyone, but I mean a lot of people just want to participate. You know, some people just want to like be part of the hobby that they're doing, and if that means also being a designer and designing something, or you know, including their participation in this too, I think that's like a big thing people want. It doesn't mean every set on Geek Hack or whatever is going to get run, but some people just want to, you know, try. They want to put their best foot forward.
Yeah, and I think that's something that's lost pretty commonly. And Space, as a vendor, I think you can speak to this, is just like sometimes that well thought out idea in your head that your friends really like and you are excited about, that you put out there, the fact that you clicked post is commendable by itself. Like the anonymity of the internet and the way that, you know, gatekeeping and toxicity happens in every hobby, you know, especially in keyboards because we're in it.
Yeah.
Like you should get some level of kudos for you put this out there. Now, if it's an obvious troll, like we can have that one-off conversation, but like somebody that puts out colors that's like, I'm thinking about doing this, can some people offer me feedback, and then just get flamed to death as opposed to like something constructive is a big problem. And
we've been through that for sure.
Yeah, Reagan, like you have a business, like, you know, you put out ideas sometimes. How does that work for you?
You take the good with the good and the bad with the bad, and you keep going. That's it.
Yeah. For me, as I guess, because, you know, for Reagan, maybe it's a bit different. For me, because we, you know, I have a face and I have an audience who will come and watch the stream. I try to be the best example, at least what I think, and I do a lot of critical thinking about it all the time, of either what's not the most neutral, but what's the most progressive thing to do? Like, how can we make this better for everyone while we also have fun? And I think one of the biggest things that I've seen is like a while back ago, we had this like whole wave of streamers who were doing like hot takes and, you know, just like these really terrible, I'm going to say it, like these really terribly like misleaded and misguided IC things. And I feel like it hurt a lot of people in the same time. Like, there's no need to, you know, I get if you want to have that edgy content, then sure, but like I don't think there's like a need to put someone down. Like I've seen people who aren't good at art. Like, let's just be honest, they're not the greatest. They'll put something out, and then we have like people publicly flame them. Is that really going to inspire that person to do anything else or even try? Not only art.
How did you get good at art? How did you get good at art?
Yeah.
Was it you woke up one day and you were great at art? Fuck you, no. Like, you practiced, you did the thing, okay? Like, let's give some time and maybe give some feedback, and hopefully
there's a way to be constructive, you know. You just don't have to be like, I don't know, if people are bullies in the keyboard community, that says
well, I think it's more than just bullying, right? I think there's also a level of like responsibility that not keyboard streamers in general, every person who does content has. You have an audience, so why not do something good with that audience? Like if you know, again, every content, because there's content on YouTube that just breed negativity. And I've had this discussion too, where it's like, why not be someone who's not going to breed negativity? Like, why not be a good influence on an already shitty world? Like, there's so many crappy things that happen. Like, why do we need another corner of shittiness? You know?
I wish, and I know that this is like, I breed on altruism. So like, that's just the way my life is. I wish that we were in a place where if it wasn't adding value or joy to the world, that it just wasn't a thing, right? So like, I'm not saying to not be truthful. Like, if someone is a not gifted artist and posts a thing that is not good, like, it's okay to be honest with why maybe this doesn't work. But like, the removal of a personal attack adds value to that, so that they can grow, right? So like,
that's constructive criticism.
Yeah, constructive
criticism. Be constructive in a way. And yes, obviously you already said that, so I'm just ignore me. We're good.
No, I think it's just a good. I don't think we've ever gotten to this point.
A good
of
point.
Content stuff. Usually we just talk about negativity in the keyboard space, but I think there is a huge, and again, not just in keyboards, in every mean of content creation, there is a level of responsibility that I think that I've personally come to terms with and really fully realized over the last like month or two, of the effect you have on people.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the effect, like, for example, the most crappy thing that I saw recently was how people were getting mad at the Voice 65 mods in Discord because something happened. So the Voice 65, what happened was I guess they were bought it or something, and the sales, I think it was Ocean Pay, said you were only allowed 5 sales every hour, and people just took up to arms because they couldn't buy their keyboard. I understand some people waited for it. There's that level of understanding that yes, you can be upset, but to abuse and, you know, threaten people, especially Discord mods who are really not doing much other than trying to keep the peace. Like,
literally just communicating information.
Yeah. It's just like there's that level of like, damn, we can do better, and that's why I've been really personally pushing. Be the change you want to see. Obviously, a good change, guys. Nobody be a bad change, please. Okay, I don't want like.
Yeah.
I want the whole community to be full assholes. Let's not do that. But be a good change, and then I don't know. That's just how I've been living. Like, there's not much else that I can do other than I want to use the word educate, but, you know, be a good example, hopefully, to people. But there's that. So.
No, and Ozzy had a really great comment in chat that I wanted to address, because like we've talked about responsibility a little bit. Alex, you specifically brought up the responsibility of the content creators, and I think that he's dead right on, you know, the individuals that are brave enough to put themselves out there should embody what we want to see. Okay, whether that direction of the community is to be more memey, whether that's a higher production, whether that's more chaos, whatever it is, like you have the responsibility to embody what you want to see in the community. For me, and I can't speak for anyone else. For me, I want to see everyone take themselves a little bit less seriously. I just want to hang out. I want to make keyboards because it's fun and silly. Like, Alex, your production on your streams is probably second to none. So, like, obviously, you embody a high level of production and good quality in what you do, okay? Everybody embodies what the community should be. And I just hope that the way people are can hopefully subtract some of the negativity, because I can't off the top of my head think of a stream that I go into where I see negativity embodied. Like, I am ecstatic at the number of female creators we have in the keyboard space now. Yeah. Like, I love that the pandemic has brought that up. But at the same time, the idea that some of the things that they have to have sent to them privately or like have to put up with is horrifying. So like, for me, I like stream the other night, talk about stop Asian hate. Women are women, men are men. That's just the way, like, whether they're trans or cis or whatever, like, bring it up, be honest about it, stop the hate. Fuck you guys if you're hating, okay? Get out of here, let's change the hate. Hate aggressively, please. But, sorry, I rambled. But you get what I'm saying. You guys get what I'm saying.
You're good, yes. No, I agree with you.
Wait, what did Jack say? Jack says, I saw Alex at a meetup in Toronto last year. I told him how cool it was to meet him in person, but I didn't want to bother him and ask for photos or anything. He said, oh, like you're doing now. Thanks, Jax, dude. I was taken aback. Wait, what the hell was that? Was that my subscriber thing?
That was me.
Oh.
I make noises.
Oh.
I was like reading it and I was like, what was that?
What was that? Yeah. I walked away and continued trying to flip SA Laser for $2,000 and I heard him chuckle as I walked off. Jax, I love your... I don't know where you get this copy pasta from, but it's fucking great, dude. I actually don't know where that's from, but that's awesome. Agreed that it's fantastic we have so many women streamers in the community. I mean, yeah, and I think there's a huge... Like, remember how this morning I was streaming and we were talking about, you guys were joking around about my dumpy, all right? And then you guys were also joking around about a body pillow with my face on it. And you remember how I also told you guys to, not only for female streamers, but for any streamer who feels uncomfortable with that, maybe it's a good idea to kind of like feel the room before you throw out those jokes. With me, it's okay. Yeah. But, I'm 1000% positive if you went to anybody else's stream, especially women's streams, and you said, have a nice dumpy, it's not exactly the nicest thing to fucking say to someone. If it's an internal joke that you get with the community and they're okay with it, obviously, maybe, sure. But there's as viewers, and I guess because I'm a viewer too, I view so many people's streams. There is, again, that whole be nice. They go through enough shit. That whole copy pasta is a legendary one from Random Person's real encounter with Ryan Reynolds. Wait, really?
That's awesome.
And Jax, thank you so much for the tier 1. Wait. I love Ryan Reynolds, by the way. He's the best. He's honestly the best. But no, huge shout out to, like, there's so many cool women in mechanical keyboards and streaming right now.
Like, and it's okay. I am a straight white cisgendered male in America. Like, I don't get to complain about problems, okay? Like, that's just not a thing that I deal with. I don't deal with prejudice, okay? That's not a thing. But like, I am so genuinely grateful for people like Stray Chroma, Courtney. The other day, her chat was asking for her to play the viola. She plays the viola.
Oh, that was
and
cool.
So she did a stream where she played the viola.
I caught the end of that.
Has to be terrifying. Like you already have this vision of what it is to be a female streamer, even if you're doing keyboards or playing games, and then to do something that's performative on top of being performative like that, like, I don't know, that's like mad props to anyone that exists in that space at all. Like,
the music space is just terrifying in general.
It's, oh my God, it's horrifying to me. Like,
I don't know how anyone does it.
I have a trumpet right there and I'm never going to play it on stream ever.
Wait,
because of what because the shit that would happen to me. And no, Reagan, no.
Wait.
But
we'll make
and I'm not even a woman. Like, it's just, no.
It's that's the thing too. Like, it's and she is goated, dude. It's dude, scary, right? And like, dude, I will say that, going back to kind of circling back a little bit to the other side of the conversation too, where it's like, we're at a point now where it's like, why bother being weird to people on stream? You know,
Unless it's Alex. You can
so-
talk about Alex's dumpy, but just don't go into other streams.
yeah, there's no need, you know, like to do that to anybody, right? It's like,
Well, and this actually is a good point that you bring up too, though, because like even people who are okay with it, like there are 98% of the streams that you come in and say some fucked up shit to me, I'm gonna roll with it because that's who I am. But like you have down days.
exactly. Yeah.
Like so reading the room is important. You know, like maybe today I'm down with you talking about my sexy ass meggings that I'm wearing on my stream, okay? Like if you want to talk about my meggings, I'll show you some stuff, okay? Work it. However, maybe I feel fat today and I don't want to talk about that.
Yeah.
Like let's feel the room first. Yep. Read the room a little bit first, okay? Like don't just jump in. There's a female streamer that I follow on TikTok. She always just posts her clips. I never remember her name, but she's great because she posts all the ridiculous shit that happens to her. And like people that just come in and go, the first time they've never been in the channel before and they're like, "You're hot, what's up?" Like, what? Could you say hi first? At least? Like spend 1 second understanding what is happening in this before you say something. Please God. Like what is wrong with you?
And the thing too is it happens, like I was watching a stream the other day, not keyboard related. And it was just every like 2 or 3 minutes. And it wasn't exactly like, you know, it wasn't in like an insane viewer count where it was like, okay, this makes sense because of like thousands of viewers. It literally was just like less than 100 viewers, and every 2 or 3 minutes someone would come in and say something really creepy and really random. Oh, thank you. And it took the streamer to get upset for that person to like stop, because I think they were also making accounts as well. But it's just like, why? You know, like what are you accomplishing? Thank you guys so much, Radar. Thank you, Average. I appreciate you guys. Thank you, Kimchi. I appreciate that, man.
Oh, look at that. Reagan thinks you're hot. What's up?
Physically, just hot. And thank you, Reagan, for gifting something to Yoni. But no, it's a terrifying. And this also goes into Average Joe. Thank you so much for gifting a tier 1 sub to the community, man. This also goes into how terrifying it is for new streamers as well. Like again with content creation, it's nerve-wracking for sure. It is very nerve-wracking for anyone to get into any sort of content creation, and with keyboards especially, I can definitely say it's probably especially difficult because they're expensive, and there's some people who want to do it, but also think that for new people doing it, there also has to be the understanding of, you know, and this is the other conversation I want to lead into, financial responsibility. You know, like building, you know, I'm very blessed to be building 1 to 2 keyboards a week. You know, I'm very blessed because if you think about that, that's a lot of money per week in kits. Now, mind you, there is weeks where I do rebuilds of my own gear, but there is that. And I know some people, I guess there is this whole stigma around like, if you do this, you'll get X amount of followers and X amount of internet clout and X amount of, you know, currency in exchange for that. Just acquire currency. Oh, definitely, dude.
That's a lot of gifted
Yoni,
subs.
thank you so much for 5 tier 1 subs, man. I appreciate that. But it's not easy. And, you know, I've seen and I've had people in my DMs tell me about how much debt they've put themselves into because of keyboards and how scared they are and what should I do to sell on my keyboards? And it's just like, well, if we can avoid getting to that spot in the first place, let's do it. You know, and the thing too with that mech too is, and that's a really good point that you bring up too, and I'd love to know all of your guys' opinions on this too, is responsibility with commissions as well. You know, like I don't know the answer to this, and this is why I'm asking, should you have some experience before you take on other people's keyboards?
I mean, ideally you should.
Yeah, so it's tough, right? Like
that's the tough
you
part,
you should have at least built a keyboard. Like, you've proven that, like, there's a proof of concept. I did a thing, okay? But there's also like, you know, and I don't want to like open a can of worms here, but like you spend money to have Teja build you a board. If you send your keyboard to Jeff, I don't charge, like I'm not like this premium service. So if you're like, yeah, it's fine, like I wonder where the burden lies. Like if I spend X dollars on customer versus like just friendly, hey, build this board on stream. Thank you for doing it. Thank you for the free content kind of exchange, right? Like that's the way Jeff works. I think, Mechs on Deck works that way. I don't know who else does, but it's like, I wonder now the question becomes, who's more responsible?
That's what I don't know. That's why I asked the question, right?
Like, where does the burden lie? I'm more responsible because you paid me, or you're more responsible because I gave you this thing to do. And I think there's arguments for both, right? Like, I have repurchased kits before because I fucked it up. Like, because someone
I've had
trusted
people,
me with this thing,
I've had people email me. I actually had an email for this last night where I just had to turn it down because it was too big of a job that even I could handle. Where they said, hey, I sent it to, they don't stream, but they sent it to some build commission person who said they had all this experience, and the keyboard just like is as a complete mess.
Yikes.
And it's just kind of like, well, I don't know where the responsibility lies. Like, I don't know the terms of service in that case. Like, I don't know what exchange of words went through, obviously, but it's kind of like, damn, that sucks. That you had to go
I'm
through.
desperate and hate myself, so if you want to send it my way, I'm happy to take on a big job.
I don't know, man. I'll get like a New York strip stain on my tofu if I send it to you or something.
Listen, all right, so everyone's concerned that I'm going to try and cook a steak on this plastic monstrosity. Before I patina the plate, I might. Just to make everyone shut up about it, okay? Well, I mean, this is acrylic, right? Like, I don't want to melt the plastic, but I'll use the plate.
Okay,
I'll use the
that's
plate.
fair.
Y'all,
You probably get some
y'all
cool
keep
grill
pushing.
modes.
Y'all keep pushing, okay? It's gonna happen.
Jack says spend 10K on aftermarket boards, ruin 5 of those, overloop the last 5, offer services for money on mech market profit.
Honestly, it's underwear. It's the underpants gnomes model, right? Yeah.
Phase 1.
And like I say this guy is like not to deter anyone from doing anything, but I say this just with a heed of caution for anything that you do, because there's responsibility with all this stuff, right? I think people get corrected if they're messing up by the stream watchers. Wait, can I also bring up one more thing? Can I bring up one more thing?
How dare you?
Really important to me. There's a lot of people. So I was watching someone build a keyboard the other night.
You just went muted, baby. I got
so
so mad
Discord.
at him.
I muted Discord.
I got so mad at him that
he shut
his
me up
microphone
completely.
said, "I'm sorry. I'm sorry."
And MP already knows. MP already knows. It's backseat builders, dude. Do you know how nerve-wracking? Not in an exactly like bad way, like you're pissing someone off, but it adds to like someone's anxiety sometimes when they already are struggling with something and there's like 1,000 people shouting 1,000 different directions.
Y'all wonder why I'm drinking on stream? It's so that when someone says, "Oh, why did you do it that way?" So I can be like, "Cause that's the way I do it," and not feel anxiety.
Like, unless they're asking for help, right? But like in a lot of cases, I think just more words of encouragement can be better.
Yeah.
Like, if they're already fucking up, do you think like letting them know they're fucking up is gonna make them feel better if they've already realized they're fucking up?
Well,
And
also,
Chase,
I have something to say actually. So, when you were talking about how hard it is for like just people getting into keyboard streaming from a financial standpoint, I was going to say it's not just the financial standpoint. It's with it being such a hobby of preference and there being so many right ways to do things. They have to deal with the anxiety of, are people going to tell me I'm doing this wrong, or are people going to not like the way I like to do this specific thing? Like, just putting yourself out there, for something you like to do is
yeah.
You gotta start somewhere.
Yeah, everybody starts somewhere. It's like if you see that dude who's or that individual, let's not be specific to men on this. If you see that individual in the gym that's lifting a light weight, you're not gonna go over there and be like, "You fucking wuss." Like, bitch, you started at that lightweight too, okay? Everybody starts somewhere.
No,
Don't act like you're better than them,
Three
okay?
plates. I don't know about you.
3 plates, because whatever, you're literally
Are those
Jesus.
plates
That's
made out of
fine.
acrylic, Reagan?
Obviously acrylic, because that's what he deals in. Got him. No. What
Listen,
happened?
like, you take your bootleg Zoom out of here, dude.
I don't have a
Big
fucking
zoom.
macro. I can't press 1 and get a zoom.
No, I want to back up because someone asked if I would eat the steak off of the board. I would, and I already did eat the steak off the board. I made it into pierogies because that's the way we roll. Okay, but we have been immensely focused on like the drawbacks. Okay, and I was sitting here thinking that I have had so personally and I am not Alex level, okay? I'm not Minterly, I'm not Teja, okay? I get like 30 viewers and I'm like, that's a lot. Okay, so I have been unbelievably fortunate with people that are patient and kind and fun and great, okay? And I assume the majority of all of the people that are popping into our streams on the world, and I can't speak for women because boy howdy, that's a whole nother fucking landscape for you poor ladies. But we have this mountain of good things. And then we have this tiny little fucking pile of shit. And we're like, why is the pile of shit so big? But we ignore this huge mountain of awesomeness because we're so focused on this poor stuff. So like, we also have to remember.
That's very true.
And this is me like lecturing myself. Like, there is so much good. Like, I don't stream because I need to stream. I stream because I get joy out of like interacting with people in chat. I don't stream because I am high production values, everybody. Like, I like keyboards and people like to watch me, I guess, sometimes. And that's wonderful. Thank God I have that, because it's an outlet during this pandemic where I can't present to 1,500 people like I have in the past. Like, I don't get that right now. So yeah, I didn't want this conversation to end without stating you as the shitty person are in the extreme minority, and I hope you hear this if you're a shithole, because you can get fucked, because everybody that's in the massive majority, you guys are incredible, and this doesn't happen without you.
Yeah, and
so,
I think one of the other big things too that Keebcast has kind of turned into, and I do agree with that, the focusing on the good too is very, very important. We started off Keebcast making it kind of like me, Chase, and Reagan's journey into keyboards, because we were very new at the time. And we've kind of turned it into an outlet for, you know, topics that might be a bit more not nobody wants to speak about, but maybe there isn't necessarily an outlet for them. So we've kind of turned it into that while having guests on, talking about the guests and all that kind of good stuff too, which it's fun to get everyone's opinion on things and everyone's perspective. And I think that's super important for venues of conversation, to get lots of perspectives on things and then try to figure out what the best way to maybe go about doing something is. But I think there is a lot of positive stuff, which we, you know, hopefully you guys are reminded on a daily basis, like how much love in the community there is right now, especially.
Yeah.
There's a lot of like I said, you guys have, and this is literally you guys in chat. This is not necessarily me, Reagan, Chase, or Langelandia. This is you guys. I've had people message me saying that they got into keyboards and they picked up their first keyboard, they joined a Discord, doesn't matter whose, someone's Discord, they've gotten into the community and they've made so many new friends and they had no friends before, and that this saved them. Like, I had one guy in particular told me that he was literally in like the darkest mindset ever and wanted to basically do something obviously that you can't take back, and that the community and like the friendly Discords and all that kind of good stuff, it saved them, and having something to do, being build a keyboard, like literally saved them. So that's on you guys, you know, like we can be faces and stuff for that and we can just all hang out, but that's literally you guys. That's not me, that's you. So thank you guys for being such an awesome fucking place for all loving metal rectangles.
And I think, yes, and plastic stackable rectangles too.
That too, and plastic.
I think, and I think that's important. You know, maybe we could give a shout out to Minterly is doing, you know, a mental health stream in the next month or so, and just the idea that you're not alone. Okay, so a few things. One, this pandemic, the lockdown, the layoffs, the climate crisis, literally everything has been crushing people right now. We in the community in the last month have lost 2 humans because of this epidemic, okay?
Yes.
And that said, if you are in a place where you feel like you can help someone else, I don't want you to look for a sad human. Please reach out to the humans in your life, okay? Because the number of comments that I hear, I lost my father 16 years ago this April to suicide. Okay, it's never the person that you notice is where you're worried about. Okay, like, oh, I wish I could have done more. Just talk to a human. If you haven't connected with someone in a while, hi, how are you? And it's not always on the responsibility of the person that feels alone to reach out to others, because we always say, please seek help. But it's so hard just to get up some days when you're in that mindset, that how the hell am I going to reach out to someone if I can't even make coffee? Okay, so like if you're in a good mental space, talk to your friends, talk to the people you haven't talked to in a while. Please, please, please continue to engage with them. Oh, I haven't heard from this community member in a while. Send him a DM, something. Mental health, we gotta fucking get on top of this, and we as a community can survive it as a community. So if you're feeling alone, talk to somebody. If you know somebody that might be feeling alone, talk to somebody. If you know nobody that's feeling alone, talk to somebody. Please, God. That will, honestly, there will be good change from that. So please do that.
Opening up is and take this from me too, because like I am either the worst at opening up, or I open up easily, or sometimes I just let it stew, which is the worst thing to do. But take it from me, because I have a bunch, especially this last 2 weeks where I've been, if you guys, I've been transparent about it. Like you guys can see my face, been breaking out in pimples. I've had a lot of stress. I'm doing some big changes to my life that I didn't know that were going to happen. Reagan, hello.
Bye, baby. I miss you.
Bye,
I miss him already.
Okay, we're gonna be a little crazy here.
We're gonna be a little
that's
sketch.
Reagan's fault.
Listen, it's Scuffed Landia. There is never a stream with Jeff that isn't scuffed. So welcome to the curse of Jeff. Nothing but scuffed, honey.
There you go.
Nothing but scuffed.
And that's the Gambit. That's something that I obviously I think about as well. But there's changes on my life too, and I've been stressed out, and I've been in a really crap. I know I might not be showing it on stream, but I've had zero energy the last few days. And the one thing that I can definitely say has been making me a little happier is coming on stream. And I appreciate you guys being here with me during that. But it's definitely an outlet for me, and I like it because it makes me happy. Yep. So it's not necessarily I shouldn't stream. And there, again, there's the opposite side, the flip side of the coin too. But keyboards and streaming have been making me very happy. It's my only way to really socialize with people at the moment. So,
and I want to point out some things that have come in chat right now, is that, and this is specific to you, Alex, and Chase in Space, but it also is everyone in this stream. Okay, you're not alone. You're loved by people, and the imposter syndrome that's been happening in the world of, I don't know if I'm good enough. You are enough. You are good enough. Please know that you're worth it. Okay. Mm-hmm. You're worth the time on stream. You're worth the time off stream. Never forget that.
Man, we need Lang on here more often. You need a platform.
I don't want to be toxic positive. Okay. I'm not trying to be because there is that end of the spectrum too.
You're mansplaining it so well.
Hustle culture and mansplaining and toxic positivity. Sometimes if there's a single person that in all of my stumping my entire life that chooses or is able to make the decision to not do something horrifying because of some bullshit I said, please God, let that be a thing. I hope forever that one person has a good experience because of me.
Yeah, it's crazy, and that's why to talk about more of that stuff too, guys. It's so important with keyboards. It's so important with not being so gated off to people who want to try out keyboards. There's people who just want to try, and if they have the fucking worst experience or pick the worst switches in everyone's world of preference, just let them be, man. Just let them. Like I told you, I think I talked to you guys about this. I had a kid come to me 2 days ago, said, "Hey Alex," posted a keyboard. To sum it up, he posted a keyboard in a Discord. It was his first keyboard. His dad helped him with it. He's a younger kid. He was really happy. All he wanted to do was share the keyboard. with some people. He was very proud. And instead of, he had a mix of compliments, but the majority were like, yikes, lol, not positive stuff. Like, why would you go with this? Instead of just being happy for the guy. Not everyone has like, well,
Bye.
is Reagan's internet just like dying? Not everyone
I think
has like
mad.
the, especially at that age, not everyone has, first of all, the income. Not everyone has the knowledge. And I think there's a huge thing to learn with that is, why be judgmental and we don't even know any bit of that person's story? They're obviously not hurting anyone, so why be judgmental? And it's the same thing with when we're looking at like ICs and stuff. Like, there was a piece of art that happened that we were looking at on me and Apiary's IC 2 weeks ago, and the art wasn't for me. And we said, hey, like, this art's good. It's not, maybe not. I can already, like, knowing what people kind of want. Maybe this won't do extremely well, but there might be people who buy it. But there's nothing wrong with people trying their art. And I remember someone in chat was like, this art's shit. And I stopped and I was like, okay, first of all, we don't know this person's skill level. We don't know if this person put like X amount of hours into this. Maybe this is like their masterpiece. Why put them down because of it? There's no need. But like I said, keyboards have been a great outlet for people, but there's also, I feel like the whole, like I've said this before, for a hobby based off of preference, a lot of people sure like to judge other people on their preferences.
Exactly.
So,
and I'm sorry I started us down that. Oh, bye, sweetie. I missed you.
Just guys, ignore it. We have half face chase. We have
Reagan.
2 pieces of
baby.
Langelandia here.
You've got one more yellow and one more pink than the other. It's fine. Everything's fine.
It's okay.
Nobody cares.
It's all right.
I can't enter the world and not be scuffed. And you know what? I don't want to be a motivator for individuals. Like, that's not my purpose on the earth. But when if you decide to stream, or if you decide to do a thing or post an IC or post an Instagram post, go ahead and spend like 5 seconds paying attention to what I do and know that you're probably better than that. Because nothing but scuffed up in here, okay? Like, you're fine. Just do you. It's okay.
Yeah.
I posted an Instagram story in my underwear. Okay?
There you go.
We don't get much lower than that.
I'll be honest, guys. Half the time I'm streaming, I'm wearing pajamas anyways. This is pajamas. This is probably what I'm going to
Alex
sleep.
doesn't even wear pants.
Hold on. Let's
can never tell.
do a poll
Sometimes.
real quick, okay? On camera, raise your hand in view if you're wearing underwear.
Well, I'm wearing underwear.
You're wanting us to raise our hand if we're wearing underwear?
I'm wearing
Is that what
Yeah, raise your hand if you're wearing underwear.
Be
Yep.
honest. I think for me, it's not even like a laziness thing. I just feel more comfy with them on. That's it.
And I feel more comfy with them
There
off.
you go. Do your
Two of
thing.
us did not raise our hands. Nobody cares, guys.
Wait, I was
nobody
actually
cares.
making a poll.
Oh, okay. Raise your hand if you're wearing underwear right now.
No, Reagan.
Because
Reagan, I don't think we
my
can make a
hand
poll on that.
staying down. Staying down. Okay.
Business up on the business up top, party on the bottom. I mean, yes, I do it at work. I do it at work too. It's like no one's.
I did that the other day. I dressed up as Harry Potter for a work event, and I had sweatpants and no undies on.
There you go.
Socks with sandals. Socks with sandals. I'm sorry, Alex. Did you ask what sandals? Because I thought you asked what
Are
sandals.
they Crocs?
Because they're Gucci.
Oh.
They're Gucci. Okay.
Not
Literally
as cool as
Gucci.
Crocs.
Gucci
I
Land.
heard Crocs are supposed to be.
Did you just say that?
Yeah.
Did you?
I heard Crocs are supposed to be great.
It is taking all effort to not leave this chat right now.
To flex the Gucci slides.
I know you're in charge right now, but we're fighting, okay?
I love Crocs, dude. The way they look is fantastic.
Wow.
I've never
Okay.
tried on a pair,
That's
but they
fine.
look great.
You know what? There's people that unironically love Walmart too, okay? That's fine. I'm not judging you for that. But at the same time, let's not say that Walmart is at the same level as Louis Vuitton. Okay? They're different things.
I have to be
okay?
honest. Like for a meme, like in like 2017, I really, really wanted to buy Gucci flip flops, mainly because like you think Gucci is like as an extremely expensive brand, but
No, it's not.
Gucci.
Wait, how much are they?
Right. Well, Gucci
Oh.
flip flops specifically I think are under like $200.
That's
Oh,
still
no,
pretty
hold on.
expensive.
We need to back up. We need to back up because Gucci slides right now retail, these are $375, okay? I maybe got a 50% discount with shipping and tax. They were still $250, but I mean, they're expensive, but I mean, we're not talking like I own a yacht expensive. Like, you know,
You're speaking to a hobby of people who spend like $900
that's
on
my point.
rectangles.
That's my point. Oh, I spent a $900 on a keyboard. Look how cool I am. And somebody's hating on me for spending $250 on a pair of fucking slides. Back it down, okay? Back it down. Maybe I have matching socks that were gifted to me for patinaing someone's plate. Maybe I do, okay? What have you? Like, let's not hate, okay?
Would you wear
Maybe I
Crocs
store my
if I gave you
keycaps in
Crocs?
Gucci bags. If
Yes.
you gave me Crocs, I would wear them on the stream where I light an HHKB on fire because that's planned for this summer.
I think
I
I
would
think I
wear
know what I
Crocs.
have to do now. I have to get him Crocs. There we go. Dude, can you get better flip flops on the street in Asia? No, I mean, like quality wise, probably
Okay.
not.
I mean,
I
I'm
don't
sorry.
know.
Do my flip-flops in Asia come with RFID chips to authenticate authenticity?
Wait,
okay.
really? Those
Can
have?
individual ones, okay, and they also come with reading material that says don't wear them as sandals. They're
Hold
not
on a second. Back up a
sandals.
sec. Those have RFID chips inside of them.
Both of them have individual RFID chips in them.
So that is wild.
So you can get your identity stolen if you're wearing them, is what you're saying.
Yeah, literally I could, yes. Yes, if someone were smart enough.
They
I
get
could.
your credit card number just from your phone.
That's so wild. So they have RFID chips.
You need an RFID
Crazy.
blocker in your flip flops, not an RFID scanner.
Also, the socks do too.
man. God,
The socks do too.
Wasn't it a thing? I know we're going way off topic from Keep Up. I think Adidas did that, and it's not an RFID chip. It's like some sort of chip they put inside the shoes so it can like track movement or something with their app. I think I could be. I think that's how it worked. I don't
I
remember.
think Nike has
I-
something like that. Yeah.
Nike.
So
did
here's
something like
so
that?
here's the deal. So here's the deal. Best money I ever spent. So if you have hardwood floors, okay. I love my Gucci slides, and yes, they're there for the hype and the meme. Okay. Best money I ever spent was on handmade all leather moccasins. Okay, like leather sole, leather stitching, everything. Okay. These, like most places, come with a lifetime warranty where if you get a hole in them, they will fix them. If you have hardwood floors, you will step on a crumb sometime and you'll hate your life. Okay. That crumb will make its way into your bed somehow, and like you will be an unhappy son of a bitch. Okay, that's just the way it works. Buy house shoes that only live in your house and wear them, and you're welcome. You still sweep like normal. You're not living like an animal, okay? But you're welcome, and buy the all leather ones because they're weirdly warm in the winter and weirdly cool in the summer. I don't understand how leather works, but it's something else, okay?
I think it depends
So-
on the type of leather, because I think with
And yeah,
yeah,
you know what? You're going to spend $170 on them, and you're going to be like, why am I spending $170 on this? And then a month later, you're going to be like, I am so happy I did not choose to not buy those. And then a year later, you're going to be like, I can't believe these were only $170. I can't believe it. I can't believe it.
and actually Frozen said something interesting. For leather keyboard case one, I think with leather keyboard cases, we would need a lining to that, or else the leather, if it's stained, might actually stain the keyboard. I think
like
that's the way
oil
that
from the leather.
it could potentially
That's
it would need some
interesting.
sort of lining on the inside, and I don't know
Yeah.
exactly how that would work.
Because I know that Datamancer, I know like the Seafarer or like that line of keyboards, like the art pieces that they charge $2,000 for. I know that they put like leather as a part of the keyboard.
Oh really?
I wonder if you couldn't make part of the keyboard actual leather now. Like, obviously it would have to be hand done because I don't know how you would automate that, but that would be interesting. Can you have a leather plate? I've touched on
You
a
had
cork
a-
plate before.
I was gonna say you had the cork plate.
yeah, can I
we
talk about
that
a
for a
leather
second?
plate?
He did a cork plate. So
Yeah,
how
hold
did
on,
that
I'll
work?
get
Was
it.
that custom
I'll
made?
get it. I'll get it.
Cork.
God damn.
It's from Big Blue Saw, and it's cork. It's cork.
How does that feel?
It's wild. I gotta plug in my headphones
Oh,
again because I
good.
didn't want to take them out of my ear. It's cork. I mean, she a flexi girl. She don't do
Ooh.
anything but sound dampen. Like,
So is the cork more of like what? I guess it's more of a muted sound.
Yeah, I mean, this is for a silent build, so it's silent
okay.
switches on a
Okay.
cork plate with like a mute, like foam between the plate and the PCB. It is whisper quiet. Like if I put this back in the keyboard, I can't hear myself typing. If I have my headphones in, there's no sound whatsoever.
Do you find
It's
that
honest-
jarring?
It's
at
creepy. I don't like it personally. I don't like it.
Yeah,
Um,
because that's
I
always
also
been
don't like
my-
silent switches.
Do you have bobas in there?
Yeah, these are the bubble gums. I mean,
See,
like,
dude, that's the thing. Like, I don't know about you guys in chat.
there's nothing.
I feel like I need at least
There's
tactility
no sound.
if there's gonna be no sound. You know,
Some type of feedback.
I think I would need feedback of some sort.
I don't dislike the idea of being cognizant of others, right?
Yeah.
Like I like a silent keyboard for being like empathetic to other people, me using this
In,
fucking
like, an
keyboard.
office
Okay?
or something, yeah.
I love that in an
Yeah.
office setting. My personal taste does not align with a completely silent build. But in terms of completely silent builds, this is something else. Like this next fucking level, dude. Get plate foam and get silent switches and get a cork ass plate, which you can order from Big Blue Saw. And you know what? In the past, I've heard Big Blue Saw isn't great with tolerance, but it's cork. So it doesn't matter because you can just shove it in there. And guess what? It's in tolerance now because it's literally it flaps around.
Speaking of interesting materials too, I saw a keyboard company. I can't remember the name for the life of me now. They were making a marble 60% case.
That's interesting.
Oh my God.
It's gonna be like I'm just thinking like the weight of that.
I have a little bit of PTSD associated with the Lumina because that was the original intent of the Lumina. As far as I remember, it was to make a keyboard out of marble, and then they chose Corian as the countertop material, and then Teslatron disappeared with everyone's money.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, so I don't know. I'm a little triggered immediately, but I'm interested. I'm interested nonetheless.
Yeah, I think in practice it'd be kind of cool.
I'm sorry. I said the T word. I'm sorry.
Kimchi's is getting flashbacks right now. No,
I'm sorry.
I
felt triggered. I had to trigger others. I'm sorry, everybody. Trigger warning.
There you
Retroactively, if you're watching the VOD.
If a natural stone board, it weighs like 20 pounds. Well, that's the thing. Like, that's gonna be a heavy boy. And I'm already not like, I know there's people who love heavy keyboards, and I totally respect that. You can like your heavy keyboards. Not huge on moving heavy keyboard. I move my keyboard around my desk all the time. So for me, not
Simple
big on.
solution, Alex. Simple solution. Don't put the bump-ons on. I'm serious. I'm serious. You put that fucker on your desk mat with no bump-ons, and she just slide. That's how I move that iron around all the time. She just slide. I got no problems.
I mean, you're not wrong there.
It's 11.5 pounds.
Yeah.
Easy peasy lemon squeezy.
Yeah.
Done.
Oh my gosh.
The tolerance for marble better be to the millionth. Yeah. I mean, like, I don't know. I don't think it's the plate. It's probably just the case itself. Can you imagine a marble plate, guys? I don't even know if that would work.
God.
That would literally be typing like that would actually is literally on typing on a stone.
I don't know. I don't know how I'd feel about that because, like, in a plastic board, I want a rigid ass plate most of the time so that, like, that sound transfers through the other material, so I get like a nice thump, like a nice deep thump.
Yeah.
If I'm in metal, I want something that will be less rigid. An FR4, a Palm, maybe a PC if I'm feeling sexy. But I can't think of a moment when I'm like, marble. Yeah.
I think it's more like the aesthetic, like the visuals of a marble that would be appealing to me. I don't know if I'd want the actual stone. You know, like D-brand. If we can get D-brand stickers for some cases, there you guys go. We can get D-brand marble. Chase is laughing because he knows.
Chase, what's so funny?
There. D-brand.
Just an interesting move.
Interesting move, he says. Okay. There you go.
Is that from your liquid sponsorship that it's an interesting move or
sponsorship? Oh, don't worry. We have talked about liquid hats plenty on this podcast.
Are you required to own no less than 7 liquid key sets from Infinity?
I don't actually have one of those.
Okay, well, so you're 7 light then.
I am 7 light.
7 light.
Okay, I will contact TKC. I got you. I will make sure that we can get 7 to you. It's gonna be about $800 with shipping, but I mean, we'll get you. We'll get you taken care
Chase,
of.
ask Reagan where his liquid hat is.
Reagan, do you have a liquid hat?
Yes.
Do you have?
Can you
that
go get
one
it for me, please?
that Chase has
Can you
on?
go get it for me, please?
I don't have the one that Chase has on.
No.
That's
I
right.
don't care if
That's
it's the
right.
same. I need a liquid
No,
hat.
that's so. A while ago, me and Chase both wore that particular liquid hat, and and Reagan felt left out because he doesn't have one.
Can you wear your liquid hat though? Would you be willing to get up and go get it? Is the question of the night for me.
What
I
about
don't know where
my-
mine is, so don't ask me. I have no idea. Where I put it.
Oh shit! He's doing it!
I have no idea where mine is at all, actually.
Wait, hold on. Is this when he comes back? We're gonna over the top this, okay?
Yeah, Chase, take off the hat afterwards.
Artisan Labs asked where you get this energy, and you know where you get this energy? From nowhere. My brain never stops. Try sleeping. It's the worst. Why do you think I get hammered drunk all the time? Because I need to shut it off. Anyways, also I have what doctors describe as a problem. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Did he find it? Where is it?
He's awfully.
Oh, he's got it.
I have the liquid hat.
That's the poop.
Hold on. Now,
Reagan.
now it's over the top where you turn your switch on, okay? The Sylvester Stallone film, Over the Top, where we arm wrestled. Do you guys know what film I'm talking about?
Do you
Am I
like
too
Stallone?
old?
Do you like Stallone?
I don't like. I mean, Stallone existed constantly in my childhood, so I have
We've
all
had
of
this
these
discussion on
references.
stream before about Stallone. I'm not the biggest Stallone or
I'm
Arnold fan, so
happy. I'm happy that the individual received an award for being himself.
Yeah.
Like, he clearly has had a massive impact on the cultural zeitgeist of all millennials and older Gen Xers for the end of time. So, like, good for him for finally getting an award for a character he played 30 years ago.
Kimchi said
Do
Lang
I
was the
like-
embodiment of R, 13 or 30.
Yeah, okay, that's fair. That, you know what? I'm not even mad.
I forgot his nickname was Sly there for a second. I didn't-
Sly, like, I don't see Sly as... He's got it.
Was he in
There's
Spy
no way.
Kids? I don't remember that.
He was in Spy Kids?
Are you sure about that? Are you thinking of the right actor? Was he in Spy Kids?
I don't believe so.
Yeah, Gambit. I mean, I would like to believe he's an awesome person, right? But like
He was?
I thought for many. Was he really in Spy Kids?
Wasn't he like the villain in like the Spy Kids 3 or something?
I
The
don't
Thumbs
fucking
one?
know, dude.
Oh, the Thumbs one.
Oh,
I
he's
don't
in
want to
Spy Kids
ever
3,
remember
okay.
the Thumbs one.
Thumbs.
No,
The
let's not.
Thumb
I don't even. Please.
Yeah,
let's not
the
even
thumb.
talk about the
Okay,
Thumbs
that's fair.
one,
That's
dude.
fair. I was
The
a bit
Thumbs
old
one-
for Spy Kids, but that's fine.
That's the one
I'm
we
old
don't,
balls up
we
in
don't
here,
talk
it's fine.
about the Thumbs one.
I'd like to say I really respect also what you did with the 808 Boom stuff.
Oh,
yeah.
I was, yeah. So I was extremely fortunate that I happened to have a like mind with Andrew CYO. He and I were talking, and he sent me an Illustrator file that was an 808 themed key set, and I had already been working on one with my brother for like a month, and I was like, shit. So instead of like
Competing,
we were just like, let's fucking get together, let's do this thing, and then, you know, like, let's send some money to a good organization. And so the Children's Music Fund was kind of an easy one to choose because they have an extremely small budget but do an immense amount of good work. And so thank you for saying that. I'm very proud of that. Over $7,000 went to that organization whose annual budget is only $40,000. So we were able to fund them for quite a long time just with key set purchases.
That's
and
cool. Yeah.
I love that. So
good guy Jeff.
no, good guy Andrew for saying yes, I will work with you, because he is a designer. I'm a guy that follows processes and knows how to answer questions. He's like an artistic designer. There's a very clear difference between Andrew and I. Ah! Ha!
Oh no.
Oh, I just crushed my finger. Oh my god.
Dude, I did that with my. I like stubbed my toe 3 times in one day. It was the same toe. It was not fun. That's not a fun feeling. I know that feeling. I know that feeling.
Oh fuck. Okay, that hurt. All right, we're good. I'm back.
What did you smash it on?
How you guys doing? So I got out of my chair, which is holding all of my fatness, and so when I got out of my chair, the pressure pushed my finger up into my desk and crushed it because I'm fat. So
F in the chat. F in the chat for Lang.
That is so much
welcome to the struggle that is me.
There it is. Well, thank you we're gonna actually end it here. We're at past our 1.5 hour mark, so we're at 1:45. It's already been an hour and 45 minutes.
Yeah, chill out, Lang. All right.
Hashtag
Wait.
Yeah. Color.
You know
F,
what?
dude.
The problem is Chase. He never shuts up. Like, what the fuck, dude? I'm the guest. You should let me talk.
Don't cut the man off. This is his content. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, dude. But we gotta go. I'm actually, if you guys can't tell,
good.
if you guys can't see my eyes, I'm ready.
Baby,
ready
get
to
some rest.
take a
I'm
little
not
nappy
even mad
nap.
at you.
But thank you so much for coming on, Chase, Reagan. Thank you guys again for being here as per the usual. Thank you guys in chat for being here as well. Love you guys. Take care. Let's see who we can raid. Let's see who we can.
Who can we raid?
Katana.
My
Is he
camera
on?
won't sleep again.
Also, while you're thanking everybody, thank you to Alex for sacrificing
Alex,
himself
you know
today to the stream.
God damn.
Anything. It's okay.
You know,
Alex, we love
but-
Alex. Can we get a W in the chat for Alex? A
a
W.
W for a win. That's the way to do it.
We need an F
Lots
for
of
Def
Ws.
and a W for Alex.
There it is. All right, guys. Thank you guys so much. Camera cuts off and straight from the bottle. I know. There you go.
Yeah, no, that's just a content filter. That's okay.
All right, guys. You guys have a good one. Everyone else, take care. Love you guys. Thank you so much for being here and keep being you guys. Take care. Enjoy Katana's stream.